Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 31 Days of Walking in Wisdom. I am Dr. Rashana Smith, and I want to welcome you guys to day 6 uh, of 31 Days of Walking in Wisdom. Today, our topic is Slothfulness Leads to Poverty. And of course, we are coming from Proverbs chapter 6. And I also want to encourage you guys to get your books out. Uh, if you don't have my book, The Virtuous Influencer, you need to grab the book, honey. Grab the book off the website. It can be found at www.drrashanasmith.com, or you can go to my bio and easily find it. Okay. So, of course, we want to come into the chat with our affirmation. I walk in the wisdom of the Lord. And let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. As you guys are coming in, hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you are new to the broadcast, put a one in the comments so we can say hello to you. And old and community members, people that support and always are on the broadcast, the podcast, say hello. Even if you are just kind of tuning in, put some hearts in the chat. Go ahead and like, and love the video because that's how people recognize how many people are watching and listening to the podcast. But I want to encourage you guys to like and share, tag somebody, and let them know that we are walking in wisdom and we are using the book of Proverbs as well as my book, The Virtuous Influencer. And so today is about slowfulness, and our base scripture comes from Proverbs 6:22. It says, "When you go, wisdom will lead you, and when you sleep, it will keep you. And when you wake up, it will talk to you, honey. It's going to talk to you." And so it's basically telling us that wisdom is always around you. Holy Spirit speaks what he hears the Father say, and he is always leading us into all truth. And so wisdom is always around us because, the divine counselor, the comforter, the divine counselor, he lives on the inside of us. And so a wise person will learn from observation. In other words, you should not have to live something to learn something. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I always thought about, people that were on drugs or people that ended up, living a hard life. I watched some of the examples in my community, and those were lessons I learned without me having to learn it firsthand. I learned from watching what drugs did to other people, or, I just learned what to do and what not to do from watching people. And I don't know if we got any other people watchers, but I am a people watcher. I have since I was small. I'm intrigued about watching people. And I've also, sometimes I tell my own stories about what's going on in their life, as I'm watching. I used to do that when I was a teenager. I would be waiting on my mom or something like that. And I would, think about what that person, home looked like or what their life was like. And so we all can benefit from, not having to live every lesson out because you learn from someone else's wisdom. And so in Proverbs 6, it says, "Take a lesson from the ants, you lazy bones. Learn from their ways and become wise. Wake up and start moving. Sleep equals laziness and immobility." There is a direct connection between slothfulness and poverty. What will it take to wake you up? How bad does it have to get? And so, of course, we are talking about, you prospering, but also you having direction and vision. I believe that God gives vision and glimpses of vision all the time. And we just have to pay attention and focus because whatever you focus on, you fulfill. And so, vision is very important for me. and my vision becomes goals for me, and then those goals become action steps for me. So it's all about breaking the big things down into small parts. And so when you are busy working on what God has given you, you have no room to work evil against anybody. Sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. This really reminds us that, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. We've heard that since we were small, but it's true. When someone doesn't tend to their own vision, their own life, their own family, their own progress, they tend to try to work evil in the lives of other people, or try to, worry more about other people than they do their own. And so, um, when it says, what does it have to take to wake you up? How bad does it have to get? I think that sometimes it does have to get bad. And, sometimes we have to hit rock bottom for us to realize, what, I'm living beneath my own potential. You know, I think frustration too, is a breakthrough emotion. I think frustration causes people to move that wouldn't ordinarily move, and it causes you to do something about your situation because you are so frustrated that it moves you to action. You know, and so a lot of times when people make a call with me, or I meet new people, or whatever the circumstance may be, and the person is frustrated, they really don't see the beauty of their frustration, because the frustration caused them to move. It caused them to say, I can't live like this. And so I want you guys to know, when God allows you to feel frustrated about your situation, about your life, about your condition, then use that frustration to push you and motivate you, to change your life for the better. And so, in the book, I talk about, as a teenager, I had vision when I was 10, even younger than 10. I knew what I wanted: my family, my house, my cars. I knew I wanted to go on vacation. I knew I wanted to have a family. I had a vision for my life before I was even a preteen, you know. And so it's really important for us to dream or have dreams, and to focus on our dreams, because dreams are glimpses of your reality if you believe them, you know. But you have to learn to focus and take the proper steps to get wherever your dream shows you belong. I watched this movie, I can't think of the name of it right now, but uh, the coach was telling the young girl that was poor, and she was a chess player, and he told her, he said, you feel inferior because you're from a poor village, and all these other kids seem like they're wealthy and they're smart. He said, but you're intelligent and you belong where you believe. If you believe you belong here, you belong here. But if you don't believe that you belong here, then you don't. And so it doesn't matter about your background, how much money you have, where you believe you belong. That's where you will end up. So you belong where you believe. Um, I learned I could only fulfill what I focused on. I didn't have time to wait for the dream to magically unfold in my life. If I truly wanted progress, I had to be productive. And so I stopped talking about what I was planning to do, and I started mapping out the plan on paper. Okay. And I always talk about doing your vision in bite sized pieces, because small, bite sized pieces end up in big breakthrough. And so, I want to share with you guys, the 7 abominations that God hates, because I think slothfulness is slowfulness, or the result of slowfulness, is one. I think when people are slowful and they don't have a vision for their life, they most of the time are messy, they are nosy, they backbite, because they have to focus on something else or someone else. And so, the 7 abominations, I want y'all to take note of this. The 7 abominations. What is an abomination? It's something that causes disgust, strong dislike, or outrage. It is considered wicked. Okay. So when we talk about in the word, the 7 abominations, this is what God dislikes. He has a strong disgust for it. The first one is a proud look. Um, God does not like a proud look. 2, a lying tongue. Number 3, hands that shed innocent blood. Number 4, a heart that devises wicked imaginations. And, you think about it. If you focused on yourself, you wouldn't have time to devise wicked imaginations about me, honey. Um, Feet that are swift in running to mischief. Number 6, a false witness that speaks lies. And then number 7, he that soweth discord among the brethren. Okay. And so wisdom keeps you in even in every aspect of your life, even while you're asleep. Wisdom in 6:22 says wisdom is keeping us. Okay. When you are busy working what God has given you, you don't have time to work evil against anyone else. Godly goals save you. And so, y'all, I say godly goals save your child. Because if you're working on your goals, you don't have time to worry about what anybody else is doing and or what they're not doing, in your opinion. So today our affirmation reads, my dreams are glimpses of my reality if I believe. Today I will focus on what I want to see fulfilled in my life. I am worthy and willing to work for it to see results. And then your coaching note is list your biggest goal or dream and 3 action steps to make it a reality. And so those of you that, really want to invest time, energy, and money into your vision, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes intentionality. Listen, don't allow your vision, your dream to just sit still. Put some legs and investment behind your vision. And so I want you guys to put in the comments whatever your takeaway is from today. And while you're putting your takeaway in, first, I want to remind you guys to go ahead and like the video, like the podcast, share it. If you're watching a replay, put replay in the comments, as well as those of you that are new, put a 1 so I can speak and say hello and love on you. But I want to encourage those of you that, you really want to maximize your vision. You have to find a way to keep track of your vision. And the best way that I know right now, I've been doing it for 2 years, is a vision book. Those of you that know, I am a healing coach. I'm a minister, I travel and preach and teach the gospel. And God, by nature, by my gifts, has given me the ability to not only coach and teach and mentor, but He also has given me craftsmanship. I can innovate. I craft and draw up my own original resources. And one of the things that I would encourage those of you, well, I'm going to tell you, I would encourage those of you that's been watching, listening, um, sow into your own field, because you're worth the investment, for one thing, and your ground is good, it will produce. But I also want to say that, when you come into these type of atmospheres where you're watching prophetic push and you're getting coached prophetically, you can't afford to be, maybe you feel like you can't afford to invest in coaching right now. Find yourself investing in what you can do. And I'm going to encourage you guys to do 3 things. Go on my website at drrashanasmith.com. It is www.drrashawana Smith, smith.com, or you can go up in my bio and find it. And there's 3 things I want you to do. The first thing I want you to do is grab my free resource. Many times, and I want to tell all of you that are watching, listening, healing is a journey. It is not a one-stop shop. It's something that you're really going to have to just embrace as an assignment, a lifelong assignment, and it's worth doing the work. It becomes easier as you are intentional about your own healing. And so healing changed my life. It helped me transition to do what I'm doing now. If I wouldn't have healed, I would have still been stuck. Okay. And so I have a free resource, because I get this question all the time. How do I know I'm healing? How do I know when I'm healed over something? So that free resource is downloadable. It's a Google Doc. You can go in there and you can have it for free, download it for free. So it's going to be a pop-up on my website. Okay. I think it's five ways or five keys or five uh, uh, reasons or something like that to know that you are healing. Five ways, okay, or five indicators. I don't know. It's five things, y'all. And then the second thing, if you want to carry your vision everywhere with you and you need to track your vision, I would recommend those of you that want to purchase you a vision book. And I have some vision book bundles on my website. Everything you need is included, even the magazine. Um, and we'll send you the video to show you how to put it together. But they are on sale, free shipping for $35, and you can use it until it's filled up. Okay, it may take you a year or two to fill it up, but every month, every week, as you go, you can section off your notebook, your vision book, into your five dimensions, your spiritual dimension. So your prayers, your prophecy, the things God is saying to you, um, every month, every week, or however often you want to set goals, whatever God says to you, you can document that in there. Your career goals, your health goals, your relationship and lifestyle goals. You can set a note section for Bible study, but it's everything in one place instead of having all these journals, and you can decorate it, and you got tabs and affirmations, and it's just a beautiful way for you to document and grow as your vision grows, because we all know that we have to leave room for God in our vision. And so when you do that and you create a vision book, you say, God, I'm leaving room for you. Okay, so go to my website, and that's the second thing. And then the last thing, if you don't have the book, sow this book into someone else's life or sow it into your life. Okay. The book is $20. That includes shipping, and it is broken to three parts. It is a coaching guide, so it will help coach you into your day. It's a devotional because it has scriptures, and it helps you stay on track with the word that you're reading. And then thirdly, it is part of my life story. So I'm really transparent. I share um, things that I've endured, things that I've triumphed over, and things that I experienced, and how I dealt with those things as a mother, as a wife, as a daughter, um, as a minister. And so I think we can all learn from someone else. And so thank you guys for putting your takeaways in the comments. But I want to encourage those of you that know I need to make an investment, whether it's small, big, or in between. I have a coach, her name is Stacia Pierce, and she used to tell us all the time. She said, you need to, whether it's a book, a conference, something small, you need to make sure that every month you're investing in yourself. Sometimes you can't afford to invest in a vacation or a conference that's $400 or $500, for the ticket and the plane, transportation to get there. But purchase a book, enroll in a mini class or a mastermind. Do something that's going to help you grow and help you get to where you want to be faster. And so you do that by sowing into yourself, sowing into your own life, and not waiting for someone else to do it for you. Okay. So I want to welcome you guys. Thank you guys for joining me today for day 6. Slothfulness leads to poverty. Nobody wants to be poor. Nobody wants to live in poverty. And so if you feel like you're living beneath your own potential, then when you wake up, get up. When you wake up, get up. God is so sovereign that if he wakes you up at 3 or 4 o'clock, there's something that he has to share with you. And we can't hit the snooze button. We can't ignore God. We can't sit on the things that he's revealed to us, these ideas, that should turn to innovation. We can't afford to sit on those any longer. So I'm encouraging you and coaching you to let you know, take a chance on yourself, bet on yourself, and go forward. Okay. All right. Y'all have a great Thursday, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 7. Bye bye.